attempt something very stupid, but I want to rinse the truck off, and I also want to see how it does in the water. So we're gonna try to take it in here and go down my lily pad run and climb out. I couldn't do it until now because I didn't have lockers, and that would have been a nightmare with open differentials because it's leaning the whole time. But I think it's gonna do just fine. So we're not gonna take it super deep, but we are gonna put it in the pond and see what's what. So low range, first gear, get the hubs locked in. So this thing is a fully locked machine at the moment. Quite a lot of lean here. I do have my differentials snorkeled. Pretty good. And this pond has come up a good bit. And take the bail out. Not bad, not too shabby. Oh, here we go. Wow, ate right through that rut in two-wheel drive. The spool is excellent. It's actually geared pretty well when you're in two-wheel drive. When you're four-wheel drive, it starts to bog down. Well, like I said, in four-wheel drive starts to bog down. Looks like we're gonna need some four-wheel drive. Alrighty. This is the problem with manual locking hubs, by the way. Yeah, so I dragged the diff for about 10 feet there before it lost momentum. Now I do have a front locker, so I could lock in just this wheel and be three-wheel drive. All right, now we've got four-wheel drive. Excellent. Yet the back's buried down pretty good. Gonna go ahead and wash off my shoes here in this clean water. I think the move is gonna be reverse a little bit and four-wheel low. And then that way we have a little bit of bump, and then send it kind of in that direction. Oh, look at that. Drove right out. All right, so we're just gonna drive around here through these fire berms. See if I have to put it in four-wheel drive. Also a great opportunity to flex out the suspension and listen for bad noises. Rubbing, things of that nature. Sounds pretty solid. Let's try to climb out of this. What a unit. Two-wheel drive. Would not have done that without the spool. Man, I haven't heard any rubbing yet. Alright, let's see how it does in this soft sugar sand in two-wheel drive. This is first gear, so we're turning a lot of RPMs. I shouldn't say RPMs, it's not revolution per minute, it's RPM, revolutions per minute. Oh, it's digging. It did a lot better in second gear. Had a little momentum. That little turbo sounds sweet though. Some video of that for you. Here we go, this is where we're gonna get stuck, right here. Oh, yeah, look at that. I thought for sure we were gonna need four-wheel drive there. Yeah, this stuff's soft, but those tractor tires on such a light truck with good wheel speed, dude, just plows right through. Excellent. Ooh. Felt a nice dump there. Oh, ooh, abuse. All right, this looks pretty fucked up. Taking a quick look to see what I just ran over because it was pretty substantial. Oh, wow. Yeah, Jimny climbed right over that in two-wheel drive. Pulled that whole stump out of the ground there. Yeah, pretty substantial, like I said. Made easy work of it. Let's get that out of here. This is this lily pad trail that no truck has any business ever being on. We're gonna go down into little ways just to take a look. This is the one spot out here that always has water. But yeah, if you've seen my other video, the Can-Am made it about 400 meters down that way, but it's just full of stumps and it's real deep. Here's an example of why I say you shouldn't run those lunchbox lockers that are only half a locker where they use your factory side gears. Listen to how this thing disengages. It sounds like you're breaking something, and that's just how the locker works. I mean, yes, it's better than a spool up front, but that does not sound good. That was in four-wheel drive. Here's how it sounds in two-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive, hubs locked in, obviously. Oddly enough, it wants to unlock better in four-wheel drive than it does in two-wheel drive. I can feel a lot of steering pressure right now, even though I'm in two-wheel high. And that sucker does not want to unlock. Crash. I did a little walk around the truck after all that abuse. This side I'm not too worried about, but because I keep an eye on it, but a couple times I forgot what side of the vehicle I was sitting on and I put this side into some bushes. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Definitely took some hits down here, but looks like it was mostly the frame. The body seems fine. For having no rock sliders and no bumpers, it's pretty protected because it's got such good clearance. Man, what a unit. It did absolutely awesome today. Yeah, so just a highlight of the mods I've done on it for people that aren't on the Patreon page or following. 2-inch lift springs all the way around, and then 1-inch spacers in the rear, about 1.5-inch spacers up front. It's really a 1-inch on the driver and a 2-inch on the passenger to get the set level because my springs weren't quite level. So that's the lift. Then I did a bunch of trimming, dropped the bump stops down in the front about 2.5 inches, shocks off of a Saturn Vue in the rear, shocks off of a Ford E350 van up front. Gives me really good articulation. And put some spacers on the drive shaft, the front drive shaft on the transfer case side to help that. And then the rear has a spool and the front has a lunchbox locker. The lunchbox locker was made for the rear. I modified it to put it in the front open carrier. Huge amount of work, but it's working good. I got true four-wheel drive and I've got locking hubs, so it's not super annoying. And then I did add one rear wheel spacer here to help center the back axle. And up front, I lengthened the panhard bar about 5/8 of an inch to center the front axle. And I did a caster correction mod to bring some caster back after I lifted it so it drives okay. That also helped the spring perch alignment. But very low budget build. I've got about $5,000 in the truck as it sits here, as you see it, fully locked, lifted on tractor tires. These are 31.8, 32 tractor tires, extremely cheap on the OEM wheels. Oh yeah, and then I did the $50 eBay Snorkel, which is on the wrong side, so there's a pipe under the hood running across to here, but extremely low budget build. And it's just a ton of fun. It just did all these trails back here in air conditioning comfort.